Greetings. Hello, goddesses. Come on in. Got to get Instagram in here. Hey, come on, Instagram. Let's go, Instagram. You're here too. Hello, everybody. We're bringing it in smooth this morning. It's Libra season. Hey. We're going to talk a little astrology, mindfulness practice, oracle reading. Grab your morning beverage. How's everybody doing? Welcome. YouTube, where you at? Where's Instagram? Hey, you gotta wait for that bass to drop, baby. I'm a piano. That's how we do it. Hey, Peter May, how you doing? Tasha, how you doing? Queen? Hey. Yeah, we're gonna get together. Yes. Good to see you all. Welcome. I am Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. And as usual, the goddesses gather here today. Where's the G-Hive? The Goddess Hive. Let's come on in, queens. Let's do this. Come on. Hey. Glad to see y'all here. Everybody's here. I'm on YouTube. Greetings to all the YouTube queens. I'm on Instagram. Greetings to all the Instagram queens. Good to see everybody. Okay, I'm going to stop this music before it started. Anywho, we got to the end of it. So, hello, everybody. How are you doing? So, yeah, this is what we do on Wednesday morning. We get together for all of the, hashtag replay queens. How are y'all doing? Pardon my manners. Okay. It's Libra season. We got to have manners. So hashtag replay queens. How are you? Let me know you're here also. I wanted to come in as usual and talk a little bit about the astrology, do an oracle reading. You know, I've been talking to somebody about what I do, who I focus on. And y'all know I love the sisters, all right? I love the women's out there. We got to stick together, all right? So, yeah, it's like I know in working with women, most of the time we know exactly what to do. But what helps us stay there is that we continue to do our spiritual practices, our self-care. Sometimes we need reminders, but it's something that we have to do over and over and over. Humans are designed to forget. And that's built in the spirituality of the world. We are divine. We are divine beings, divinity, who come into a body. And so how do you forget that you're divinity? Because if we come in here remembering we're divinity, then the trappings of the world, all of the gamification called the manifest reality, well, that may not be a thing, right? Because we know we're all tapped into our power. And so part of what happens is we come in and we drop into forgetfulness. And then we spend our lives awakening to who we are. This is why I say we're here for self-realization, okay? And inherent, even when we awaken, because of the nature of how we are impressionable, we're malleable. Our subconscious mind, it is running everything. And that subconscious mind will forget if we don't do things over and over and over. The way this world is designed, you'll forget. It'll be so much stuff going on, and sometimes we're feeling frustrated. Our emotions overtake us. We have experiences out in the world. We'll forget, and so that's why every week I come on and share some wisdom, share some inspiration. Because when we keep ourselves tanked up, then we're able to better manage life. And we just feel better, we're happier, we feel more aligned with our purpose. Then when we forget and we're not doing what we need to do to take care of ourselves, we're not working on our spiritual practices or whatever, then that's how we begin to sink into things. So that's why I do what I do every week here. I tell people, I remember when I was at the beginning phase of this stage of my spirituality, and there was a time where I always feel spiritual, and I had tricked myself into like, well, yeah, I feel spiritual. I kind of think about things that are spiritual a little bit, but I was kind of lost. I was actually lost in teaching dance and fitness. I was lost in Zumba, and at one day, I don't know how long it had been, but one day I woke up and I felt almost like a shell of a person. There was nothing bad wrong in my life, but it was just like I feel empty. I don't feel like I'm on point or on purpose. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get back to doing my spiritual work. This is after I was a priestess too. I said, I'm going to get back to doing these daily spiritual practices. Since I've become older, that includes self-care. And I noticed it was like this energy. I felt connected to my life force energy. And that proved to me the importance, at least to me, of doing spiritual practices. I could feel perfect. That's not the day to skip. Because if we get on a slippery slope and we skip and we skip and we skip, it's no different from exercise. Once we skip too many days, it's going to be harder and harder to get back to that exercise routine, whatever it is that you're doing. And when we do it, might feel a little painful, right? So when we just do it, like there are things that you do every day, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're in a mood to do it or not. Most people are going to eat or they're going to brush their teeth. There's some things that are so basic and foundational. It doesn't really matter. You're going to do it, whatever that is for you. Okay. Because I know sometimes people may not eat or they eat too much when they are feeling off center. But whatever it is for you, it's like this thing that you do and you're just kind of neutral about it, to be honest with you. This is what I'm talking about. What are the things that you do? It's like, yeah, I just get up, I brush my teeth, I shower, I put on my clothes. Before I put on my clothes, I put on some lotion. There's no, oh, should I do this or not do this? It's like, no, I do this. That's how we want our spiritual practices to be. And to a certain degree, our self-care practices is just what we do. And that helps to keep us on the straight and narrow. Is very, very important. So with that, glad you're here. And what are you drinking? Y'all, I actually have coffee this morning. I'm drinking cafe. Ah, tastes delicious. I put in it a little bit of collagen. Well, not a little bit, big old scoop of collagen. And that's how I get my collagen every day. Hi, Mystic. Hello. How's everybody doing? Still learning. Tasha's here. Hi, Keita May. Wealth Rising. Wealth Rising. Good to see everybody. Um, let's see, Instagram. Yes, nobody's watching on Instagram, but that's okay. Not a problem. People might be busy. So I had said I was gonna make a confession this morning. Y'all, I feel I'm struggling a little bit. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the specific mindfulness practice that I'm doing. It's just things that are happening in the United States. It has me feeling some kind of way. And I know I'll get recentered. I keep reminding myself of the Odu. Uh, the first Odu that came to my mind when I was just so distraught in the fall was um, Odu Irasun. And it says, pretty much when you feel like your environment is betraying you, you have to remain true to form. You can't sell yourself out. You can't deviate. When I was talking to the ladies in my Eleke or teaching them about Irasun in the Eleke program, it just became very evident that Irasun is one of those Odu when you get it, where the value is in the hardness. The value is in I can stick and stay. It feels very Saturnian to me, actually. I was like, wow. It's like it may be hard, but guess what? You gotta stay. You can't do anything, and you gotta be your best self in this moment, you know? So yeah, I'll be fine. But I do want to do a mindfulness practice that is all about easing anxiety. Other people may feel anxious in other ways. And, the other thing, because I put out the Ho'oponopono prayer, there was a podcast that I did about that. So be sure to check that out. I'll do my best to remember that I mentioned it and link it. And so, yeah, I've been doing a lot of Ho'oponopono praying. So maybe that's something that you can do. But yeah, we're going to just be here together and enjoy each other's energy, because community is everything in challenging times. So, yeah, we're going to go on ahead and get started with the mindfulness practice. Are you ready? Yeah, I love mindfulness so much. It truly helps to bring calmness into my system. And more than anything, a calm nervous system is one that will confer health, well being, and it helps to keep your brain online, and it helps to um it's like you can think, you can find the answers, and sometimes you can just be with a thing, because honestly, that's what we want with mindfulness, is to be present but not judging, not trying to figure anything out. Yeah, just to be, very important, okay? And we always do our mindfulness practice on our cushion, and then we take it out into the world. We want to practice it on our cushion, and then we want to practice it in life. So I want to remind you all to do this practice without judgment. It's awesome to be curious and to give yourself self-care. This is largely why I am doing this, because I want you to offer yourself some loving kindness, okay? So if you would just go on ahead and get in a comfortable seated position if possible. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths, and we'll start breathing in through the nose and a long, slow, deep breath out through the mouth. And take another deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow, deep breath out through the mouth. Once again, taking a deep breath in through the nose and slow, deep breath out through the mouth. Beautiful. So, again, what we are focusing on is relieving stress, okay? And what I want you to do is just allow yourself just to be here and now. Just let your body be. You don't have to do anything, because our bodies naturally want to be calm and relaxed. So, thinking too much or being tense and being anxious doesn't allow for us to relax. And so, something that we want to think about is the need to, or the benefit of releasing the need to control and just be present in the moment. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, slow deep breath out through your mouth, just being. When your mind wanders, which it will, what you want to do is focus on your breath. You can even say inhale on the inhale and exhale on the exhale. Something else to think about is we feel anxious because we tend to overanalyze what we think will happen today, tomorrow, and next week. And oftentimes we do this out of habit because in the past, situations and outcomes that didn't happen the way we expected. And so we tend to feel like we need to be in control and be worried. I can tell you, I know that firsthand. And it just becomes a habit. And in the end, the worry and the need to feel like we need to be in control doesn't actually fix anything if we're honest with ourselves. And so, in order to change this habit of feeling the need to be in control and worrying, we must change our self image and create new beliefs. And that's what we're going to work on today. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to count down and say a number as I count down. And what I want you to do is fully inhale with your belly out and exhale, tightening your belly. Okay. And as you do so, you will feel more relaxed with each breath. And you'll feel yourself feel more at peace. And so I'll go on ahead and count down. I want you to 5, take a full deep breath in, tighten that belly. And as you exhale, feel the tension loosen a little bit. 4, take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, you feel more relaxed and tensions let go. 3, full breath in and out through the mouth. Your mind is becoming calm and clear. 2, inhale deeply. And as you exhale, observe how the need to control subsides as you become extremely relaxed. 1, as you take your last breath and exhale slowly, you feel any tension is gone and you're in complete peace and tranquility. So I have some affirmations that I want you to repeat silently in your mind, or you can just receive them as I say them. As you remain relaxed and staying focused on that breath or on my voice, I've survived this before. I'll survive it now. I'm strong and I persevere through anything. I know that I'm not my anxiety. I can take things one step at a time. I live only in this moment. I approach this situation with openness and curiosity. I'm in charge of my breathing and I can slow it down when I need to. I enjoy my feelings of inner calm. I'm actively taking steps to reduce this anxiety. I'm talented and have many things to offer. I cultivate patience and overcome anxiety. I'm courageous and can make it through everything. I use my unique strengths to move beyond anxiety. I know what I value and I place my energy there. Life wants what is best for me. I am comfortable and connected with my environment. I can find pleasure in my life right now. I will only allow for healthy decisions in my life now. I am a strong and independent person. I am loved. I am unique. I am important. I matter. Therefore, I am worthy. I can do this. I love who I am and I am in control. I like this one. I control my mind. It does not control me. I have the power to stop this. I succeed in what I do. I am relaxed. I am calm. I am successful. I am free from my anxiety. I am in control. I am above the stress of any kind. All is well. I am prepared for change. I acknowledge when it's difficult and know I will rise above it. I am safe. I am in control. I am strong. Good. Now we'll count down from 5, and with each number, you will gain more and more awareness of the present moment. And as you do, you will bring all that you have gained with you today. Just remember, take action with your new mindset. Be ready to tackle any challenges without getting anxious and worried. And when you do, just return back to our practice. Remember, we always go back to our practice. What we practice on our cushion, we practice in life. 5, coming back slowly. 4, feel how your body is laying or sitting. 3, you are becoming more alert. 2, you are aware of your surroundings a bit more now. And 1, you feel fully awake and refreshed. Good job. Beautiful. I hope that you enjoyed that. Uh, I needed that. I really did. Hello, hello to all of the goddesses have joined us. Natasha and Margot. So glad to see you all. That was our mindfulness practice. I really needed that. I'm drinking out of the Be the One Who Was Brave Enough to Go After Her Dreams mug. Mm. So I hope that that was beneficial. And yeah, we're going to go on ahead and look at the astrology. Um, I did the monthly astrology for October. So that has been posted. You can check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Um, it looks to a certain degree like a calmer month, but I do think that this is a time where we will be integrating a lot of what happened with the eclipses. So it has its simplicity, but it's a little bit of a challenge, to a certain degree too. But yeah, so check that video out. But let's look at what we are or what we have going on for this week. Um, let's see here. Okay. So happy October again to all of the Libra risings and suns and moons. Happy New Year. Happy birthday. We are in your season, Libra. We celebrate you. I love Libra energy. And I know I say this about all of the signs, but it's like I know what to appreciate. Libras just are so graceful and classy. And I'm not going to say Libras are pushovers. I know it seems like Libras are. Sometimes we'll say Libras are indecisive, but that doesn't mean that they're pushovers because Libras can get a lot done. So yeah, I just love Libras. Like Libra brings appropriateness. Libras bring things need to be decent and in order. But it's a little bit different from like Virgo and Capricorn because Virgo and Capricorn are going to they'll be a little bit salty with you when you're not decent and in order. But um Libra, they get everything decent and in order before you even get there. Like this thing is going to have to flow in a certain way. It's going to have to be smooth. And it's like they have this whole experience. Libra will have you like, to me, I can imagine Airbnbs were started by Libras. Come into my home, I will give you great food. Like we think about Libras being those kind of entertainers, come into my home and I'm going to feed you and do that kind of thing. But Libra, they're the ones that created manners and what fork do we use and debutantes and cotillions and all of that. So, yeah, I love Libra for that. Okay, so we are starting out with Mercury square Jupiter. And that one is one where it's sort of like there's a vision, perhaps. There's a bigger picture that we need to be looking at. But then we have all the thoughts in our minds like, okay, it's like a lot of steps that I realize I got to take to get to that bigger picture. And some people may just be looking at the big picture and they're not thinking about all of the steps that you need to get there. Some people know that the big picture is there, but they're hyper focused on the steps. And it creates a little bit of a like you got to look at both. But the other thing too is it's like maybe you're seeing the goal that you're working on, and something kicks you into gear to actually work on it. So in a way, it's sort of good but there is like this a lot of mental energy that perhaps is happening. And with both of these planets, let's see here, Mercury, wait a minute, Mercury is in Libra. Okay. So yeah, Mercury is in Libra, which is air, and then Jupiter is in Cancer, which is water. And so it could be like this, it's like the logic and the emotions within you, they are tossing you to and fro. But one is going to kickstart you into actually getting moving in something. Now, this actually could create a little bit of tense conversation. It might have you arguing with people about points of view. Um, but what you can do is use it to actually maybe get a little bit more clarity about like what's the next step that I need to do. Or let's see here. Oh, it could also be something around travel. So maybe you need to make some travel arrangements. It can help you with that. Even though it might be a little bit of a challenge, it can absolutely help you with that. Mercury is the beliefs and Jupiter is the belief system. So maybe you're bumping up against a limiting belief of some sort and you need to get past it. Maybe your overall belief system needs to expand so that these smaller individual beliefs can expand. So I'll just say, what's a more empowered belief that you could can feel? And it doesn't need to be something great and grand. Sometimes it might be, I know I need to believe that I'm worthy, and it's just kind of hard because you feel so down on yourself. And so maybe it's going to be, I'm open to feeling worthy. We just need people to feel a little bit better, have a little bit of a better mindset. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a transit. It could be a little fun too. It could be sort of like a little footloose and fancy free, to be honest with you. So yeah, I like that. Oh, hello. Hi, Bliss. How are you? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, so I talked about Mercury going into Scorpio on the 6th. That's when we're going to have this full moon. I talked about that in the main video. But yes, we are going to see on Monday Mercury go into Scorpio, and it just creates a different feel. We'll go from thinking about being balanced and in harmony and relationships. See, Mercury will really have you focused on some relationships. This Mercury and Jupiter may have you focused on familial relationships, perhaps. But once Mercury goes into Scorpio, it's like we have a lot of depth there. We could feel a little bit challenged mentally, 100, because Scorpio is it's about psychology, right? But it allows you to have depth. Maybe you're going to just really start thinking more deeply about life. It can help you to do some research if you need, especially research that involves reading or listening to things or whatever. Um, and it can spiritualize the mind. You could just think about more spiritual things, or your intuition and intellect may not, or logic may not be bumping up against one another with Mercury and Scorpio. At some point, Mercury will trine Jupiter. Where is it? Right here on the 24th, Mercury is going to trine Jupiter. See, today Mercury is squaring Jupiter because it's in Libra. It's in an air sign. But once it gets into that water sign, it's going to trine Jupiter. And so it helps to bring the intellect and the intuition together. Okay. So we'll start feeling that on Monday. Mercury goes into Scorpio. Scorpio is a pretty hardcore sign. I mean, I have to be honest with y'all. I mean, Scorpio rising. I love Scorpio. Y'all know I love everything. But it's the sign that has to do with wounding and trauma. It is also the sign that has to do with money. So it could bring money topics on your mind, but it's more of like grants and taxes and your partner, your spouse, or even a business partner, shared resources between you and them, debt, those kinds of things. So yeah, it's gonna change what we're thinking about. Now, Scorpio is like this very obsessive, intense energy. So we may start feeling ourselves feeling a little bit more obsessed, a little bit more intense. Okay, so then Mercury is going to square Pluto once it moves into Scorpio. And that creates this energy that's like it's all about feeling empowered. So don't be surprised if you're kind of like, okay, I need to believe in myself, right? I need to stand in my power. So it could feel that way. And let's see here. Yeah, just y'all with that the 6th through the 8th or whatever. I mean, we're having that full moon in Aries, but which I love that full moon in Aries. It's a lot of fun, and I talked about it in the other video, so I won't talk about it here, but it's still a little bit of energy with this scorpionic energy and Mercury squaring Pluto, where it's like, take good care of yourself. Maybe you have to go to your mindfulness cushion, and it doesn't matter if you don't have a cushion or not. I just imagine wherever we're sitting is our mindfulness cushion when we're practicing. So you might have to go to your mindfulness cushion, do a little bit of, some breath work, and just allow yourself to be present in the moment. Okay. Um, so yeah. Then we're gonna have Venus sextile Jupiter. That's gonna be on the 8th. And that will bring some lightness. That will bring this energy of support. And those are the two benefic planets. So definitely you could find yourself um, to a certain degree manifesting something. Okay. But maybe you have some type of good fortune come through, good luck, opportunity. Something will come through. It could have to do with a job. It could be something on the home front, and it could be something like if you need to work on your health and well-being. So it could be, that day or really the 7th through about the 9th. You're feeling like, oh, I'm feeling good with taking care of myself, or maybe you just start feeling better if you haven't been feeling well. That definitely can bring in some healing type of energy. Okay. Um, so yeah, that gets us to the 8th, or next Wednesday. So not too bad, not too bad. Um, any thoughts, any questions that y'all have out there? I would love to hear from y'all. It's so quiet today. I would love to hear from. Oh, hi Chanel, Alafia. Good to see you. Okay. I gotta pull out everybody's names because I'm gonna start forgetting if I don't start using y'all's name. I know Oya Yinka and then on ah, okay, yeah, I have to pull out everybody's names and just go over them every now and again. Anywho, um, let's see here. Let me take this down and we are going to do a reading. Who wants to do a reading? I always like to put something up so people know what I'm doing. And it's also easy when I decide I want to create um, little snippets. Okay, I'm just going to do this right here. Okay, we'll do it this way. All right. Okay. So, one thing I do want to mention is the importance of doing your 90-day planning. So, we are in a new season. Libra season actually started, last month, but we can look at it from we can look at it as October, November, December because they're very closely aligned, right? So are you creating a 90-day plan? Okay. What are you doing? What goals are you setting for yourself? What is it that you want to finish doing before the end of the year? You want to and don't do too much, right? Let's stay let's keep it tight. Whatever it is, the intentions that you set. Oh, let me not do it that way. I'm going to use, I decided to pull out my Mayan Oracle deck. I've had this deck for so long, probably since easily 2006, easily. But I may have gotten it before then, but yeah, probably since 2006. So yeah, let's do this Oracle reading. Somebody commented. 90-day planning sounds like a good idea. I need to get on it. Oh, let me show it. Yes. 90-day planning is and I love doing it with the cycles of astrology because each new season it brings that new energy, right? So it's like you're energetically aligned when you're setting intentions for 90 days. And one of the things that I learned is I think that I don't know the name of this book, but it's like a 90-day year. And what you do is you think about what is it that you want to accomplish over a year, but you only work on things 90 days at a time because it helps to keep you focused, to actually get things done. Because if you think, okay, it's January and I want to get this done by December, y'all know we're going to delay. We're going to delay it, right? And work on it at the very last minute. Okay, so this is from the Mayan Oracle. I'm going to start with one card and see where this gets us, okay? Ooh. This card right here. I don't know why I pulled this card. I call it Kawak. So here's the Oracle book. This Oracle is very creative in the way that it is, when you read what it means. So let's just flow. You're gonna flow with this. I will say Kawak is one of the harder. It's a hardcore. Hold on one second, y'all. Oh, okay. 123. I haven't used this deck in a minute. I was like, I just want to do something different. Oh, okay. I think I know what I'm going to do for the other cards. I'm getting there, y'all. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave a sister. Okay. Y'all, this thing is so raggedy. I'm going to leave it in here. Woo! Look at this, y'all. I mean, like the pages. This book is very old. Oh my God. Okay. So this card is called Kawak. Kawak. And it is related to storm, fire, and rain. I'm just like, I wanted a soft reading. I'm just going to go on ahead and read what it means. Okay. It says, in reading Kawak, you are entering into a time of profound quickening and transformation. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, 100, that's what I got from looking at the astrology and even the oracle reading for the month. So this is just more of the same to a certain degree. You have come to the edge of what you have known yourself to be. Kawak beckons you to step into a fire that changes every level of your being, even the underlying structures of your life. Step into the unknown. Your metamorphosis has begun. And if y'all saw that monthly reading that I did, I pulled Pele and the Fire Crown. I'm just like, why? Kawak helps you to move from apparent separation into reunion. You are at a crossroads. You're in the midst of personal revolution, clearing old patterns, past experiences, judgments, memories, and expectations. You are being purified and quickened into your light body, activated for rebirth. So when I talked about Mercury in Scorpio, well, Mars is already there. Mercury is moving there. And of course, the sun will move there closer to the end of the month. This sounds very very aligned with Scorpio. Okay. And what we will be experiencing. Kawak prepares you to go through an apparently insurmountable wall, and the intense feelings around this wall provide the very fuel that will propel you through it. I'm going to say that one more time. Kawak prepares you to go through an apparently insurmountable wall, and the intense feelings around this wall provide the very fuel that will propel you through it. So, what's the wall for you? I want you to be thinking about that. You probably already know. We know where our walls are, don't we? Okay. These feelings are the access to your hidden power and potential. Be purified by the cleansing rain and transmuting light of Kawak. Feel the embrace of the thunder beings. Who does this sound like? Even looking at the colors. This would be Oya. Oya, the goddess Oya. And maybe Shango with the lightning. Discover the freedom of the true adventurer, the freed actor who can play any part at any moment without attachment. Trust your essence self to bring this freedom to you. Through Kawak, allow yourself to become a master player in the great game. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this, y'all. I was a little bit like, why I gotta get Kawak? I ain't pulled cards from this oracle in so long, and I'm getting Kawak, but I'm feeling this, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling this right now. Wow, so on point. 9. Wow. Yes, people talked about the 9 portal of this year. So, whoo, one of the things I do want to talk about is the places where we struggle the most. You know, I was talking about how we come here and we have to forget. This is what I talked about in the beginning. But our power is often hidden in the places where we struggle the most. That's one of the things that came to me in reading this. So we're going to look at the shadow wisdom. No, I'm not done. No, I'm not done, sisters. So shadow wisdom. Do you feel insecure about taking risks? Are you uncertain about making choices? Have you hit a growth edge or an invisible wall? Perhaps you have been experiencing intense feelings or undefined anxieties. This is natural, for you are now in the crucible of evolution. Maybe that's where I got this, because I've been saying here lately, I feel like I'm in a crucible. During the major shift that is occurring, every level of your being is transforming. You may be concerned about your physical process and health. Remember to care for yourself. The intensity you feel is the quickening and purification of this time of Kawak. Who knows what a quickening is? Who has ever experienced a quickening? I remember when I was initiating, well, maybe I was already initiated. No. We were initiating. And my godmother said, we're going to do a quickening transmission. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what she actually did because, you know, a lot of times we were on the phone with her, but it would create a situation where the growth and the evolution happened faster. So, who's experiencing that quickening experience? Okay, it says the wisdom offered in this shadow is found in embracing the teachings of your life's experience. Life is the best teacher, y'all. Kawak brings up core issues and cleans hidden corners, revealing any separation from the great divine, the great mother source. At times, life may seem unbearably, intense or difficult, and you may even desire to escape the reality of this world. This in turn can create denial and addictive patterns, which only intensify the process. In this shadow are found addictions of all kinds: substances, fear, sex, self doubt, material comforts, relationships, work, and others. So, is anyone experiencing that? Okay. This might be here to help you to understand what's really behind it. And so that you can move past it, make sure you get any professional help that you need. Okay. In the shadow of Kawak, you may even be experiencing feelings of despair and the desire to give up. Be encouraged. You're on the frontier of the unknown. You're in the process of transformation and discovering yourself as sacred ground. Your feelings are magnified so that you will address them and use this energy to create the ecstasy of freedom. Break through your barriers to union. The totality of this transformation challenges everything in your reality. Surrender all that perpetuates the illusion of separation. Cast these things into the fires of Kawak, and your true essence will rise from the ashes transformed. In the monthly reading, I even talked about the Phoenix rising. I'm putting this one away, y'all. I was going to pull another card, but forget about it. I think that's enough. I'm going to go to my other oracle over here. The Kawak. Oh. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to pull from the Starseed Oracle. Okay. Whew. Let this be lighter. Somebody say something. As soon as you said the name of the card, I said, oh yeah. So you Scorpio too. We know our people, don't we? We know Scorpio is basically oh yeah. All this, I woke and on eclipse sunrise, and I felt like I jumped timelines, like I was reborn. Wow. It's kind of hard to explain. My mindset has been shifted and divinely led, I feel. I'm sure you are. I believe you had that shift. I promise you. Ooh. All right. Come on. Come on, Starseed Oracle. Please. I'm just going to pull one card. If it's rough, I'm going to another deck. Okay? Because I need gentle. Ooh. Okay. We'll be pulling one more card. This one says, I'm sorry. It has to do with defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. I love the universe. I love it. It's like, you know what, Tyra? You don't get to decide what message I have. Either you're gonna trust me with these messages or you're not. Okay. Whew. So this says we're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're here to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. That's it. There's only right and wrong, right? I'm being bad, y'all. All souls, no, excuse me, as souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for starseeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, hate, wounds, separation, severing, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you or your ancestors or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people. To say, I'm sorry, with an open heart and mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the pattern that God is here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or do healing work on your ancestral line. And the star seed soul inquiry says, how are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? That's deep. That's so Scorpio. Mars and Scorpio is like, you can talk about Mercury and the sun moving here, but I'm already here, Tyra. I'm already here. And we finna do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. I feel like I got a personal reading right now. My spirit team said, you about to get this mess. Let me tell you something, Bliss. That's what my spirit team is telling me. Look, people drop it off the live stream and everything. They're like, this is deep and heavy. We want some inspiration. I want some. Okay, last one. And if we get what we get with this one, y'all. We get what we get with this one. Okay. This is the Green Witches Oracle deck. We're just gonna go with this one. I feel this one. Ooh. Okay. It's the Earth card, and it has to do with peace and grounding. Folks like, Deuce is tired. You bringing doom and gloom. I'm like, I'm the messenger. Okay. I would not have chosen, looking at the cards, I would not have chosen this. I'd be light and love, baby. Today, I could easily be one of those toxic positivity people. I could do that. Okay. But I'm not. I'm doing what the Oracle called me to do. Okay. This deck does not put things in alphabetical order. Earth. Where are you, Earth? Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. I don't know why I'm having problems finding this card. It says Earth. Okay. Okay. Ah, oh my God. It's on page 31. Tyra's right at the top. Oh, look at this. Yes, just listening intently. Yeah, you know what? I do the same a lot of times. It's like, I'm not talking because I'm listening. I love that. I love that. Whew, okay. Earth, peace, grounding. The Earth card offers a moment of reflection and connection. You may be losing yourself and becoming too focused on work, schedules, and to-do lists. Sometimes you don't realize how far you've strayed from your relationship with nature and its calming energy. Even those of us who work with nature daily sometimes can get set in our ways and become complacent. This card is a reminder to consciously renew your connection with nature and to listen to what the natural world has to say. The Orisha. Pachamama. So we all need to go outside right now, y'all. Okay. Take a step back and breathe. Give yourself space to find balance. Clear your mind and open it to the communication of nature. Let its energy soothe and revitalize you as you ground yourself into the earth. The reflection question is, do you need to reboot your connection with nature or maybe help someone else connect to nature? Get out into nature. And I truly believe that is the antidote right now, is to be out in nature. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank y'all so much for being here. Overall, we have done our mindfulness practice and we've affirmed some, made some beautiful affirmations for ourselves and gotten our subconscious mind, we've dropped those in our subconscious mind. And, I love the oracles, even though there are days when I do readings for myself and I will literally be upset, y'all. I'll be like, I needed a good reading today and the oracles beating me up is how I say it. And then I pick up one of my oracles that I think I could get a light and love reading from and do the reading. But at the end of the day, what is that? Twilight Zone. I will see that negative reading manifest. Do, 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 do. I'm like, the oracle told me this moment was coming. And I'm prepared for it. Okay. And at the end of the day, when we get to the other side of where we are, it will look back and say it was worth it. We don't want to be doing all of the worry and control thinking the thing to do. This is what I remember realizing about myself. When something is bothering me, I actually think the thing for me to do is to get is to get worried and to feel anxious. It feels like you're doing something. For me, I did. I felt like I was doing something. And what I began to realize was the worry and the anxiety didn't actually do anything except for make me feel horrible. And again, there's more space and your brain works better and everything when we are able to keep our parasympathetic nervous system on board. So who knows? Maybe nothing. It doesn't matter if you get worried and you feel like you want to control everything or whatever and anxious. It was probably going to just play out the way that it did. But when we are even thinking about manifesting something, it's even more important to have a calm nervous system because a lot of times what we're doing when we're worrying, and I need this right now, I need this for me, is we're saying, no, I don't want that. And I remember hearing people talk about, can you lean into it? That's what the Odu Irosun is all about. It's all about lean into the trial, lean into the difficulty. We talked about the crucible because what will happen is you get put into a crucible and you get made stronger. You do become somebody new, but it's somebody who has a lot of strength. Okay. So that's what I'll say about this right now. Um, honestly, I want to show y'all something really quickly too. There's almost no transits. Well, not almost, but there are always bigger ones playing in the backgrounds that I may not go over each week because I'm looking at the shorter transits week to week. But the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, there are no exact transits on those days, at least the major transits. That's a gift. That's a gift. That's nice. So we're gonna find the good and praise it. I would love to hear from you all. What's something that you want to give thanks for? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that. Big Tall Wish. No, I don't I may have seen it, but I didn't know. All about enchantment and magic. Okay. Featured so many people of Africa. Oh, okay. I will definitely be looking for that one. You're so welcome, Queen. Aw. I want so badly to replace my old camera and get back my momentum in nature photography for work. Yes, and pleasure too. Yes. Earth cards are the best. I love all the cards. Okay, y'all. Let me just say that. But Earth cards, whoo, they bring a lot. I would love to hear, one of my quotes for this year. Typically, every year is find the good and praise it. So let's take a moment to find the good and praise it with something that you want to celebrate. Mm. I give thanks to another day to do better than yesterday. Yes, I love that, Bliss. I love that. Here we go. Yes, Bliss. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Um, find the good and praise it for me. Um, I'm gonna say so right now, this is something I said I was gonna talk to you all about too. Understanding your individual transits. are so important. Um, and because if you don't know what that transit is, you can really, and it can set you back to a certain degree. You can think something is bad wrong. And I know I have transits that are impacting my confidence here lately. And so I want to just applaud myself for feeling lack of confidence and just saying, well, I'm just going to keep moving forward because not taking action isn't, uh, or giving up on myself. It's not an option. Okay. I give thanks to the calm and being in the now. Ashe. Oh, yes. I have to go. Give thanks. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, Queen. So I really appreciate you all. I'm so happy I came on today. I feel um, just so happy. I feel better. And I really appreciate you. I thank you all. Thank you to all the hashtag replay queens. I appreciate you all. And yeah, I'm going to go on ahead and end the live stream. I didn't have a lot that we're going to talk about today. Just wanted to come on and connect. I want y'all to make sure that y'all have a great week. You know, we here in the Goddess Body Mind Spirit community, we love to dance. So make sure you do a little dancing during the week. One of the belly dance classes I taught online, I said to the ladies, when do we get to just do our snake arms? And one lady was like, hey, Tyra, when you go to the grocery store, you know, if you feel comfortable, you should do them there. I'm like, say less. So yesterday when I was at the grocery store, I was just doing my snake arms. With that, we're going to put on a little, I wonder if I could. There's this one song I really love from my, let me go up here and see if it's up there. Oh my gosh, I love this song so much. Let me see. I hope I can upload it. Sometimes they're like too many files, Tyra. You need to clear some out. But yeah, we're going to put on a little belly dance music and then we're going to take it on out of here. I'm waiting for it to upload, y'all. Oh, okay. It's there so I can see. Thank you. Yes. Come on. We're getting ready to dance, Margot. We're going to dance, queen. That might be a little loud initially. Okay. Remember to dance. Dance wherever you go. That's one of our ways of just showing up and being happy and full of joy and all of that good stuff. Don't forget to dance. Love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful week. One more thing. In my membership, my Soul Alchemy membership, I put in little dance segments. So feel free to go into my membership. I would love to have you there and dance with me. All right, y'all, come on, let's dance. Hey. Hey, Keisha, how are you? Did you find me on Instagram? My Instagram. I always forget. Oh, that's right. I'm on Instagram. Hey, Queens. Hey, Keisha. Good to see you. Y'all make sure you dance out there. Good. Yay. Can't wait to meet you in person, sis. great week. Be in touch.